you're fine.
My name's Smokey and I'm from the hills of West Virginia. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up in Hunter, West Virginia, off of Broad Camp. Well, I grew up, and when hunting and trapping was very important, because there was a lot of source of what money we could make, and also it brought food into the household. And back then we did not have a lot of deer like we do today. And so when you seen a deer, you know, that was really something back in them days. You know, I'm talking back in the 60s. You know, later on we had a big boom of deer, and today now we have big problem with coyotes. They're killing everything. But anyway, I was a guy growing up, and I had an interest of hunting and trapping, and I got into lure making. And today, I have a patent on a product called pre-orbital gland lure. It's the only pure pre-orbital gland lure in the world. So that's really, you know, saying something when you say the only pure stuff in the world. And what helped me the most in this is just being an old hillbilly out of West Virginia, because I grew up doing this stuff, you know, firewood, deer meat, the garden, canning, and living off the land. But ever since 9/11, I've always done something on the guitar here. See, I just had total knee replacement 3 weeks ago. You got to bear with me a little bit here. But ever since 9/11, at every show, speaking engagement, seminar I've ever been, after that, I've always done the national anthem on guitar. So which result, please rise, remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem. God bless America, guns, traps, and Trump. I want to do a little before I jump into this. Don't think they saved the best for last. They saved the best because I'm going to get rained out and we're going to get out of here. But when I said I grew up in the, growing up, I started snaring guitar. We did that. We worked with whatever we had. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is later on when they come out here, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull this down to 1 inch, and what I want to do is take about a 1 inch loop with this, and this is, I like something a little bit today is really the trap manufacturers, the snare manufacturers, the trapping education today, the kids today. This is one of the brightest little kids I ever met in the outdoors here. You're going to get to use the call here in a minute. But he's so much interested in using calls and stuff today. You know, and it kind of reminded me back when I was growing up, because this is what we did. This was our heritage. This was done. We're trying to keep that going today, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, I wanted to show you this. The animal passes through it. It'll cinch down on him. He pulls it tight. He pulls it tight. He pulls it tight, and it will hang him up. He's going to be there. So I'm going to give you a little scenario here. You know, when I was growing up. Some of the parts of America today is pretty desolate, and I've been in some of the places. It's 70 miles from nowhere, and you're back in there. You better be prepared what you're doing, you know. You get turned around, and you get lost, you're up the creek. You really need a good compass and stuff with you. So what I'm saying was, something like this, you learn to make something like this. If you're in a bad situation, you're in a plane crash, you're lucky to survive. It's not so much what I catch, it's knowing how to do something to survive. And the main thing with surviving is in your heart, you know that you're going to be alive. You're going to make it. You have to have that drive. I am going to live. I'm going to make it. And that's what makes people leaders and stuff today, is you have to have that drive. I'm going to survive. I'm not going to lay down and die here. I'm putting up a fight. I may die, but I want to put up a fight. But I just wanted to show you this. Sorry. So, I don't know, how many people know what a licking branch is? Okay, I want to explain this. The licking branch, there's absolutely nothing happens at a white-tailed deer scrape. The licking branch is established. Well, years and years ago, I used to take a bag, and I would cut this bag, or cut a limb off. Normally it would be a maple, a white oak, and these were licking branches the white-tailed deer really like. You don't want anything dead, they're not going to do something, but you want something that's their work, there's some flexibility, there's rigidity to it. So anyway, I used to cut these licking branches off, put them in a bag, and it would be way out of my area, and I'd take it to where I was, and I'd transplant this licking branch into a place where I was. And I'm going to chop this all up, and we're going to do some fine tuning to this. This is not maple, and this is lignin, it's not oak. But anyway, above that scrape, there's a licking branch. Nothing happens to a scrape if a licking branch is established. This is a known fact. Well, Dr. David Samuels, from the professor of West Virginia University, he's wrote numerous things about what I've done. And he said, Smokey, what you have done is created a new science of hunting about doors. Well, this time when the reason I really kind of developed it later, I knew about doing this stuff here like that, and everybody knew what a licking branch was, but no one, I don't think, knew how much science was into it and how much they used it year round. They may do the aggressive pulling action in the dirt scrape year round, but that licking branch is there and they communicate with it. Steve Sorensen, James Riggle was hunting this huge buck. I'll tell you the story about it in a minute. Gene and Barry Wenzel. Does anybody know who the Wenzel brothers is? These are old-time traditional archer hunters. These guys are really sharp. Well, anyway, I made this pre-over gland lure for a friend of mine. His name was James Riggle, and he was hunting a buck called the Tie-Nested Giant. Now, I don't know if anybody read this story in Deer and Deer, but it was in there a couple of times. And it was also in North American Whitetail magazine. I'm not going to go on and on, but they've really written a lot about this. And anyway, at that time, I didn't do the surgical experience I have today, and the cleanliness and the conditions I did back then. I had a penknife. I found a fresh kill. I took out the glands and I put them together. We had the tear duct gland. We also had the pre-roll gland in there. I put the two together. I was married to a compounding they had a picture of it on the trail camera, but they wanted to see if they could get more, and no one realized at that time, you know, if you apply the pre-roll gland lure on this licking branch, they would come year round. So guys, in July and August, you're going to start getting the trail cameras out. Black tongue and the midget's killing off the deer. We've got a lot of infrastructure today, and this midge insect that gets in the hay, gets in the straw, it comes north. Our deer's not immune to it. It bites them. If they live through the first year, yes, they will survive and build up immunity, but 9 times out of 10, it gets to the bucks and it kills them off. And especially at the, it's my own personal opinion, when the deer are getting ready to shed the velvet, and at the base of the pedicle, how bloody it is, and how much velvet and everything has come off, insects, flies, midge, go straight to that bloody mess, and they want to bite it and eat it and chew it. And this is one, and that in the nostrils, how this they get affected. So Jim Riggle, he started setting this out. I told him what to do. And he not only did get pictures of the buck he had before, but he was getting so many other pictures of the white-tailed deer. And these were big bucks. So, this, if you set it out, you get it started, you get all the inventory you want. Because on the other side of this, wait till September, October, hey, we better run out, we go all through the woods, and look at everything, and we're setting the whole place up. And the bucks deer on my farm, they know my smell. If I go on to another farm, they do not know my smell. So then you kind of get a little bit of oriented. So anyway, I want to show you, he set up the trail camera and set it up, got lots of pictures of the deer, and this went on and on. He ended up killing that big deer. It's the biggest buck ever killed in Forest, Pennsylvania. It scored, after it dried out, 189 4/5. That record has not been beaten since 1936. So what I want to say here, ladies and gentlemen, there's lots of big bucks out there, we just don't know it. So this is a new way of science to see what you have out there in the woods. So I want to trim this up just a little bit, and we also have, you know, Steve Dorff wrote a book on it. These aren't the best things I ever used. I've got a set and I couldn't find them. You kind of, you know, they lock, they keep cutting out easy cutters or something like that. But when you get a licking branch in the woods, now you can make your own. If you're into a place and you can't kill that buck there because of the wind, people, it's hard for us to realize how good a deer's nose is. A coyote's nose, I guarantee, is 57 times greater than mine. So what I can smell right here, he has no problem smelling 57 times farther out there. So when we get a branch, you cut it off, you can take some extra, and if you couldn't kill the buck where you're at because he's going to wind you all the time, you can take and make your own existing. You can make a mock licking branch. You can make a mock scrape, and you also can make a mock scent post by doing this. And what I want to say, the whole plethora of detractors of sound, smell, and sight used in conjunction together. And this really, really works good. So here's a branch we out here and cut. And what I'm just going to kind of chop this thing up a little bit. And there is importance to certain. You need rubber boots and rubber gloves. That is a 100% must. You have to do that. So when we get a limb, we want to crush it. And the reason we want to crush this branch and open this up, because when we apply the pre-orbital gland lure to it, how many times have you seen that over that licking branch, how it's been chewed and bit off? Okay, once the deer, they want to put their DNA on there, and if there's another buck's DNA on there, they want to get it off. And it's not so much saliva gland, it's way to get off, and they reapply their pre-orbital gland lure. So now they're getting this buck's DNA off, and their buck's DNA on, and they want to know who's there, because it's a big thing. They want to know who's there. So another thing I like to do, and okay, I'm going to take a branch and put 2 drops of something on it, and we get a big rain tonight. You wonder, well, no, it's not the Lord that didn't work. There is a procedure for each and every one to do something. It's like Mike doesn't demonstrate on a dirt hole set. He goes into the detail of it, and he's telling you why this is. But it's the same thing. Trappers understand detail, and when they're looking, and they understand sign, and they're very good woodsmen. You turn a trapper loose, he's going to read, or he's going to look to see what's going on here. He reads the road map of the woods, you know. So anyway, we tear this up, make it skin up. I want it to look like it's something, because I wanted some sight appeal from a distance also. I worked with guys all over the United States and Canada, and especially I worked with a lot of guys. I worked with a lot of guys that are from the South. And I've had guys send me pictures of stuff. They're killing 130 class bucks in Florida. And this is unbelievable to me, you know. I can't kill 130 class bucks on my farm. The best one I got is 110 inches, you know. So, here we go. Thanks, sir. So, I want to talk a little bit about application. You got this set up. You want to get your trail camera set up. You don't want it into the setting sun. You want to set your cameras up where it's either coming up in the morning. You don't want that sun in there, because it's going to do one thing. It's going to blind a picture of what you got. And I don't own a trail camera, but the guys on my staff, honest to God, he probably got 30 trail cameras. And the other one's probably got a dozen. Now, they're good at what they do with that. I'm still the old-fashioned guy. I'm still the old hillbilly that does figure old ways. So, this is made from matching glands of the whitetail buck. I have 2 guys that work for me. That's all they do is go around and collect the glands, and I collect a lot of glands too, you know. So, remember, we got this crushed up, a wicking action. It'll allow it to. I'm going to redo this above this, because I'm not really nuts about that setup. I'm going to crush this up here, and I want to get this up in here. And I also like, a lot of things I like is a broken effect. How many times on a scrape above there, you got this broken look? These are things that animals play detail too. Anyway, I like a broken effect. I want something broken, I want something smashed, I want something look like it's been destroyed. Now this is more kind of getting into what, if we had a white oak here. Put 1 whole eyedropper full on there. I don't care how. I always give the people the money for it. I never, when I'm doing, and I want a whole eyedropper full on it. You don't go out here 90 degrees heat, put 2 drops on it, rainstorm comes up, and especially when I work with guys out of Texas and Georgia and Florida and all them guys, and you can have other branches on here. This is going to run off, it's going everywhere, but if this was a bigger branch and stuff like that, you can understand what I'm saying about that. Another thing too, we do not ever leave an eyedropper in a bottle. These are in here because you want to get this back on there. The polygents and plastic over a period of time will change what's in that glass. This glass is sterile. Okay, these glasses were sterile when I started this. This is not something plastic, which the polygents and plastic, number one, wants to leach its potency, through the plastic, and that plastic itself wants to change the composition of what it is. Okay, so that's a good habit not to do that. You never leave right. Nothing to do. You take it for coming home. You pull it off, run it under hot water, leave it on the sink, let it